Tucker are suing 15-year-old Erica Brown and her mother, 39-year-old Kimberly Osley. Taryn says she was severely injured during a fistfight with Erica.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 487 on the calendar, the matter of Tucker Parman versus Osley Brown. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes.
Your relationship to Taryn?
I'm her mother.
This is your daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
Neither of you were present on November 19th of 2001 when this fight took place. Is that right? You are merely here as nominal parties. You are suing because your daughter had certain medical bills, and your daughter is a minor. So you're here with her. So I'm going to have the two moms sit down. Taryn, it is your claim that Erica assaulted you on the 19th of November, that she assaulted you and caused you some very serious injury. You had some 50 stitches as a result of this incident. And the defendant says that there was a fight, but she struck back in self-defense, correct? So, Taryn, why don't you tell me what started this argument?
Well, I never had an argument with her, actually. It was nothing to do with me and her. I had went to the park.
You went to the park?
Yeah.
Who did you go to the park with?
I went to the park with Steven, who was my boyfriend at the time.
And what did you go to the park for?
Well, a week prior to this happening, he had broken up with me to go out with Ashley, her witness.
And then he came to your house?
And he said that I want to be back with you. I don't want to go out with her anymore. Let's go to the park. I know they're up there. And we'll tell her that me and her aren't going to be together anymore, that me and you are going to be together.
Why was that necessary, Taryn? Why was it necessary for you to accompany him?
It wasn't, but...
It sure wasn't. That was really stupid. If he wants to have a conversation with his couple of weeks' girlfriend, let him take care of that by himself. All right, so you get to the park. And what happened when you get to the park with the genius over here?
Well, I go to get out of the car, and Ashley runs over the side of the car. I really didn't have a chance to have words with her because she came over, started saying cuss words, you want to fight me, flicked a cigarette on my face, and came at me, so I came back at her.
What do you mean you came back out at her?
She came at me like to hit me, so I came back at her.
Just a minute. How could you come back at her if you were in the car?
No, this is right after I stepped out of the car. She ran over the car.
She ran over to the car when you first arrived.
Well, I stepped out of the car, and then here she comes around the corner.
No, you didn't tell me that. Now you're getting back. So you got out of the car.
Yes.
And the boyfriend got out of the car.
Yes.
And Ashley comes running up to you, cursing you.
Yeah.
Because now you're with her boyfriend, right? You think. And then you've had a fight with her.
Yes.
Just the two girls.
Me and Ashley, yes.
And what is Prince Charming doing while you're fighting with Ashley?
Standing with his brother and other people that had came to the park. They were standing there watching, I guess.
Okay, so did you finish fighting with Ashley?
Yeah, her brother came up and kind of broke it up. She walked over to her friends, and I walked over with Steven beside his car.
And then what happened?
Then Steven's brother, who was there, they all were trying to get Erica to hit me. They're like, oh, fighter, fighter. She just beat up her friend.
Just a second. His group
Yes.
was instigating Erica
Yes.
to fight you. And tell me again what they were saying.
They were just telling her, they were like, oh, she got in a fight with your friend. How are you going to let her do that to your friend?
So they wanted your boyfriend, Prince Charming over here, according to you, wanted Erica to beat you up.
Yes.
And that's after he told you to come to the park with him to tell Ashley that he didn't want to see her anymore.
Yes.
You following this?
Oh, very closely, very closely.
All right, so now they're instigating Erica to fight you.
Yeah.
What happened next?
Okay, well, I was standing near Steven's car, and they were all in a group near us. I wanted to leave, and I had said to Steven, I looked over and I'm like, let's leave. When I went to turn back around, she hit me in the side of the face, got me on the ground, got on my back, took my head and slammed it into the concrete. That's a lot.
Shh, just a second. Wait 1 second, you're going to have a turn.
Okay.
And is that when you were injured?
Yes.
And where were you injured?
All around my eye, and I have pictures.
I'd like to see them. And these injuries occurred as a result of your face being slammed into the concrete?
Yes.
What are these marks on your back?
Well, when she got me like onto the ground, I guess she dug her nails into my back.
What finally stopped the fight?
After she did that, I guess she realized what she had done because, I mean, immediately blood started gushing out. They looked, saw what I'd done, and everyone ran and got into cars to leave.
What about Prince Charming?
He came over to me and got me, and we got in his car and we left.
Now let me hear your version of the events.
Well, her cousin Stephanie was at school one day, and she came up to me before all this stuff had happened and said that she went up to the park and Ashley ran from her. This is how it all started, okay? This has to do with later on in the
I don't have a
story.
cousin named Stephanie, but...
Don't interrupt her.
Well, they said they were cousins. And she said that she ran from her. So I was like, that's not true. My friend wouldn't run from her, you know? I was like, that's lying. I was like, she's lying, you know? She got suspended from school for coming at me.
Who did?
Her cousin, Stephanie. Well, they said they were cousins.
Okay. So she got suspended from school?
Yeah.
And this was before this happened?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what happened on the 19th?
Stephen and Ashley were at the park. They got into a fight. He said, oh, well, I'm going to get Taryn because Ashley broke up with him.
So he was at the park first,
Yeah.
before he went to pick up
Yeah,
Taryn.
we were all at the park without her there. And
they had an argument. These two people had an
Yeah.
argument.
and she broke up with him. So he was like, oh, well, I'm going to get Taryn, you know. She's going to whoop your butt when I get back. So she picks Taryn up. Taryn gets out of the car. Oh, so you're the little twit that Steven's going out with. And she's like, yeah, you know what? And Taryn was like, oh, well, you know, calling her names, calling her a B, you know, saying dirty cuss words to her. And so Taryn hit her, and then Ashley hit her, and they were rolling on the ground and everything. Mike came over, got
Who's
him up.
Mike?
Her brother. He came over, got him up, and Taryn was standing there, and she was like acting like a tough, like a bully or whatever. And so Taryn comes over to me. She's like, oh, so who's the one that got my cousin suspended from school? She's like, Erica, like that. And I was like, yeah, that's me. She's like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to fight for my cousin. And then she went like that, and she flinched at me, and she hit me, and I hit her.
No, just a second. She flinched at you.
Yeah.
Make sure you tell me, listen to me. Make sure you tell me everything that happened. Don't embellish it to make it sound better, because I'm a truth machine.
I know.
Do you understand?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 17-year-old Taryn Parman claims she was badly injured during a fight with 15-year-old Erica Brown. Erica says Taryn was looking for trouble, and she found it.
So far, I believe you. So now don't tell me anything that's not true.
Oh, I'm not.
So here we go. After she flinched at you, what happened?
I moved like that because I thought she was going to hit me.
Yes, very slowly. And if you don't remember what happened next, you can say, I don't remember what actually happened next. Don't make it up as you go along.
I'm not.
Good. So you moved back to sort of avoid her.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then she hit me in the jaw.
How did she hit you?
With her fist.
Yes.
And she punched me in the jaw. And so I was like, and I hit her, and then she fell to the ground on her back. I didn't scratch her. The gravel, it was gravel. It wasn't concrete. The gravel scratched up her back. That was
Okay.
it. Because she had a very hurt knee, and her knee was all tore up and everything.
Okay, so she fell on her back.
Right. She was getting up like she was going to come at me. She grabbed my hair. I grabbed her hair. I banged her head into the ground. Then after that, it was like she got up and she just got into the car. She didn't say nothing to nobody. She didn't say anything. She just got up, got into the car. Steven got in. They left. That was it.
So what you're telling me is she hit you first.
Yes.
And you retaliated. Okay. Now I want you to tell me about this cousin, Stephanie.
I don't have a cousin named Stephanie.
I said in quotes, cousin, friend, whatever.
It's a girl that I used to know in middle school who moved away for 4 years and just moved back.
Yes?
I don't hang out with her.
Yes.
I know who she is. We talk at school occasionally when I went to school.
And I want you to tell me about this discussion that you had with the defendant, even though it was a short discussion, about Stephanie.
We never said anything to each other. at that park that day. We never said a word to each other.
So then you're telling me she just came on and assaulted you?
Denny, Steven's brother, and all of them were saying, oh, beat her, you know, beat her up, beat her up, beat her up. I went to turn around and she hit me. I never touched her. She hit me, she got me on the ground.
Stephen was there.
She smacked
He
my head
knows.
into the ground.
Just a second. Stephen, you think I would have believed a thing that he tells me? This idiot? Stand up here, Stephen. I mean, I can't resist this one. You had a fight with Ashley at the park.
Yes, ma'am.
And after you had a fight with Ashley at the park, you went to her house.
Yes, ma'am.
And you said, we're going to go to the park now,
Yes, ma'am.
where the other people are sort of hanging around, because we're bored today, so maybe we can create a fight. Right?
No, ma'am. I wasn't
Well, what
thinking
did you
that.
go there for with her?
To talk to Ashley and let her know that I'm going to be back with Taryn.
You're lying.
No, ma'am, I'm not.
Yes, you are. What was the reason for getting her involved with Ashley?
I didn't know that Ashley was going to run up to the car and start a fight.
Well, you had had a fight with Ashley before you left the park.
It wasn't really a fight.
It was really a fight. It was an argument, which is why you went to her house. It was really an argument. She may not have hit you and you may not have hit her, but you had an argument. That's why you went to her house.
During the whole time that him and her had been going out, I had been talking to Ashley on the phone, so I never thought a conflict would. I had been talking to her. I told her that he was cheating on her. He was cheating on her the whole time he was with her. I talked to her on the phone every single day. She called me.
How old are you?
17.
You should be smarter at 17. I don't expect you to be fully cooked, but you shouldn't be an idiot. You went there looking for trouble, along with him. He especially knew that there was going to be trouble, and that he and his relatives egged a fight, egged her on to fight with you. Doesn't that say something about him? That he's a moron? Yeah. And you're a moron for being there. For that, you don't get rewarded. You got injured? Did you call the police?
Yes.
And was she arrested?
Yes, she was.
Was the charge dismissed?
Yes, it was.
Why?
They never told me.
Self-defense.
She didn't even file a police report. If I had hit her, why didn't she file a report?
I have it right here. Shh, just a second. Maybe she did. Self-defense. You went there looking for trouble, but for the fact that you went there with this idiot, there wouldn't have been a fight. And the two of you went there looking for trouble. And he knew that because he knew that there were two different factions there. And Mr. Idiot over here stood by while his two girlfriends fought. Isn't that what you told me? What is he doing sitting on your side of the table?
Because he was there.
Is he still your boyfriend?
No.
Shh. Thank God for small favors. Anyway, you went there looking for trouble. You found it. Pay your own medical bills. Case is dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Thank you, Judge Judy. Taryn's a troublemaker, and she went looking for trouble, and she found it.
Jealousy, over girls being girls.
Look at me and look at her. Nobody likes her. She's not a liked person.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Busby versus Landfear. Step forward, please.
27-year-old telemarketer Larry Busby is suing 40-year-old tattoo artist Bill Lamphere for the cost of a tattoo and for the cost of its removal.
Mr. Busby, do not get too comfortable, sir. This case is not going to take that long.
Okay.
According to your complaint, you went to the defendant to have a tattoo put on your arm of your girlfriend.
Correct.
He put the tattoo on your arm. According to you, it was a terrible job. You went someplace else and had the other arm tattooed, same girlfriend. Is that right?
Yes.
You want the defendant to pay not only what you paid him to tattoo your arm because you didn't like the job, but you want him to pay the cost of having the tattoo surgically removed.
Yes, that's correct.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Step up, sir. Let me see the tattoo that the defendant put on your arm.
This is it right here.
Okay. Now let me see the tattoo that, and her name is Silly?
No, that's just what I call her. It's like a nickname. And both tattoo artists, they use the same.
Don't speak to me, just show me.
Okay.
And there's Silly Girl.
Right.
Okay, so we have one silly. Now let me see the other arm. One Silly and one Silly Girl.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Step back, sir. Tattooing, excuse me, Mr. Lamphere, I think it's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of. All right, people.
I make a good living at it.
I understand that. especially if somebody tattoos a picture of a girlfriend or a girlfriend's name on an arm. I mean, marriages don't last. 50% of people get divorced first time, 40% the second time. They put the names of the girlfriend. They all want to have it taken off. The second wife doesn't like the first wife's name staring at her in the middle of the night, you know. Well, that's stupidity. Not only didn't you put a name, you put a whole picture on there. And not everything is the same. It's an art form. It's not going to be exactly a picture. It's going to be a rendition of a picture. Even if you stay together, she's going to get older. And your skin is going to change. Do you know what happens to your skin sometime? As you get older, Mr. Busby, what happens is the skin gets a little flabby. So her face may not change, but your arm is going to get a little droopy. And believe me, sir, 20 years from now, those pictures are going to look very, very different on your arm.
Well, ma'am, if I can just explain that the fact I wanted a tattoo of the way she looks now, I understand, you know, she's going to age and things are going to look different, but I want something
and your arm is going to age, sir.
Right, I understand that, ma'am. The main point is that I took this picture right here that I had blown up, this picture right here, to both tattoo artists, okay? And I understand there's a certain amount of freedom that each artist has for their artistic freedom. And I can even point out in this tattoo right here that, you know, it's a different necklace. The hair's got a few different waves in it, you know, and I'm not trying to be like a complete perfectionist. Like the nose is a little too big there, but that's not a big deal. I'm not like that strict about being perfection. But I mean, like these two, it's no resemblance at all to her. I carried in a stack of photographs like this.
Mr. Busby, sometimes you go get your hair done. You go to a very, very famous hairdresser, and they color your hair, if one does that, and they cut your hair, and it comes out terrible. You hate it. You don't go back to them. You don't go back. This is a very subjective thing you have on your arm, sir.
But I made it clear to him that I wanted, I guess why I used so many different pictures, I wanted to have a strong resemblance to her. And this tattoo does not resemble her at all. It looks like Linda Blair from The Exorcist. I went in there, I told him, I said, this is my girlfriend.
It doesn't look like Linda Blair. It looks lovely. And maybe if this relationship doesn't work out, you'll find somebody who more closely resembles your right arm. Now, if you go to a tattoo artist who is not taking the photograph, it's a rendition, it's a picture of somebody. Why somebody would want to have that done, I have no clue to begin with. It's not a photograph. It's a picture. It's his sense of what it is. And maybe he's a lousy tattoo artist. But you don't sue for that, sir. And I certainly, after I had one experience that didn't turn out the way I liked it, wouldn't have gone to somebody else and had the other arm tattooed. Oh. To make a long story short, sir, you now have 2 tattoos. If you want to have one taken off, take it off. He's not paying for it. You understand? Mm-hmm. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I would never go back to this tattoo.
And damages to her home.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 547 on the calendar in the matter of Wyke versus Polk. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Miss Wyke, the defendant is your niece.
Yes.
And according to your complaint, your niece had been living with you.
Yes.
You went away on business for a couple of weeks. And it is your claim that either your niece or someone that she invited to your home destroyed some of your property. And the most expensive thing that was destroyed was your car.
Yes, a 95 Nissan Pathfinder.
And that was damaged because, according to you, the car was not in good running order, and you had brought it back to your home to just sit there until you could take care of it. It was not to be driven. Somebody, either the defendant or someone else, drove the car, and because it was driven with no oil, the engine seized or something happened to the engine. And the engine has to be replaced. Ms. Polk said somebody else did it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. How long was your niece living with you?
Ebony moved in with me in March, the middle of March.
Why?
I took Ebony out of a bad situation, Judge, and I let her come and stay with me. I was taking Ebony to and from work until I started having the trouble with the Pathfinder, which was in June. It started leaking oil, and I was told that by the mechanic, I have here the estimate. I needed a real main seal rod bearing, a main bearing. Sure.
Because you're just reading that. You don't understand what all that is. Ladies usually don't understand what all this is. It just is, it doesn't run.
Yes, but that's why the Jeep was parked.
That's why it was parked.
Exactly.
Okay. So the original estimate back in June was $1,650 for parts and labor
Yes.
to fix the car at that time. So from middle of June until July the 6th, the car was just sitting.
Just sitting.
And your niece was living with
She
you
was
at that
still there.
And you were not giving her rides to and from work in this car.
No, she had to catch city transit.
Okay, so
At that
far is that
point.
correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh. And then when you went away on July 6th, were you going away for business or pleasure?
No, business. And I was gone for 2 weeks at the group home. Ebony asked if her best friend, Brandy, could stay in the home with her while I was gone. I had no problem with that. When I returned, my Jeep wasn't parked the way I had left it. And I knew then it had been moved. When Ebony came home that afternoon, I asked her what happened. And she told me that they drove that Jeep and she had it towed back to my house.
What happened when you drove the Jeep, Ebony?
Well, I wasn't driving the Jeep. My friend Brandy was driving the Jeep.
Were you the passenger?
Yes.
So it doesn't make any difference. The two of you were in the car. Why did you take the car?
Because the fight had broke out at the house because I had a party. And, you know, a fight had broke out at the house, and I just said I had to go. It was still early, so we got in the Jeep and we went riding.
But you knew that you couldn't use the Jeep because you hadn't...
I know. I already know.
What do you mean you know, you know?
I know. I know the Jeep. I knew, I mean, I didn't know it was messed up like that because when we got ready to get in the Jeep, an oil leak, I looked under the Jeep and see if it any oil on the concrete. It was no oil. So therefore, I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was major like that. So we got in, started driving. Before we could get back to the house, it just stopped. I towed it back to the house. I got it back, you know, I got it back to the, you know, property fine and all right, but I feel
Well, you didn't
like...
get it back fine and all right. It had to be towed.
Well, it got back. It was better than leaving it on the side of the road.
You have another estimate for the car?
Exactly. Your Honor, not only that, Ebony went in my daughter's bedroom. I have a handicapped daughter. I had just bought her a 50 CD changer, took that child's stereo out, put it in the den. Now I'm left to buy her another stereo. They demolished that. 5 of her CDs were taken. Only the cases are left.
I was not responsible for that. I mean, it wasn't my fault. I did not know the CDs were gone.
For anything.
And I didn't know the stereo was messed up until she told me about it.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What kind of fight broke out in the house?
Well, it was a little scuffle, and when the scuffle happened, I told everybody they had to go.
Well, how many people were everybody?
It was only meant to be a few friends, few of Brandy's friends. It ended up being about 50, 60 people, and I knew that wasn't, I knew that wasn't even gonna work. So I told everybody they had to go.
She didn't have permission to have anybody in my house.
Well, listen to me.
I have here.
You made a big mistake.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I admit I did.
How old are you?
19.
Okay.
I feel like it's not my fault. I ain't had nothing to do with it. I wasn't driving it. I feel like I shouldn't have to pay for it.
Well, what about the carpet and the furniture?
The carpet.
Don't answer her yet. I'm still adding.
I'm sorry.
Let us assume that the damages, Miss Polk, that your aunt is claiming to her carpet, to the CD changer, the CDs, which she has itemized at, well, it's less than $44.23. It's less than that because I'm deducting the original $16.50 that you were going to be charged to fix the car. Let us assume that all of that is correct. Carpet got stained because somebody spilled wine on it.
I offered to clean it, though, but she had a little attitude. I told her she had to wait till I got paid. But if she couldn't wait, she had an attitude. I got a mop and bleach, and I tried to get it up. It was some stains, but I told her I was going to get the stain cleaner. She couldn't wait. Oh, well.
Where are you living now?
I stay with my friend.
Good.
Thank you.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Rita White claims her niece, Ebony Polk, owes for the cost of a car engine and damage to her home. Rita says Ebony has a bad attitude.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, I have here where I had my carpet and furniture cleaned. I have the receipt here. I've already paid for that. Ebony feels like she's not responsible for anything.
Yes, I know that. What are we going to do about that?
Well, she cannot come back in my home.
Perfect.
There's no way.
Good.
I don't want to come back anyway.
She
I'm
shouldn't
fine right
come
where
back
I'm
to
at.
your home. Look, you spent $270 on the carpet.
That was the carpet and the furniture, the love seat and sofa.
And what
together.
about this CD changer?
Yes, that cost $279.
Do you have a bill for it?
No, I don't have that. The original price was like $319, but it was 6 months old because I bought it for her 25th birthday.
That was not my fault.
Well, whose fault was it? Tell me. No,
The
I'm
gentleman who was in there who started the scuffle.
But I didn't tell
Shh,
anyone.
just a second. You allowed those people into your home.
I didn't know it was gonna be that many. I did not know all those people was coming. Brandy knew all those people was coming. I did not know. It
Why
was
didn't you
only
call-
supposed to have been a couple of people. Those was Brandy's friends. She is suing the wrong one.
Why didn't you call the police?
Because. Why?
What's a because?
Why? They were already gone. I didn't know who it was.
Listen to me. Some people are helpless. Some people are hopeless.
I am not hopeless.
Hopeless. Hopeless. Not helpless. Hopeless. Waste no more of your energy. You tried to do the right thing, didn't get there, doesn't get the message. She's got the attitude. It's never going to go away. You try to be a nice person. You said, invite your friend over. Don't stay alone. She abused your trust. She has no sense of right and wrong. She's 19 years old, so she's still young. But with that kind of an attitude, she's never going to change. Wash your hands and say, finito. And concentrate on your children, concentrate on your job, concentrate on what you do, concentrate on the fact that she owes you $3,038. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
The Jeep was not my fault, and I'm not paying for that. And she knew that, so oh well.
All I can say is I love her. I love her, and I'll continue to pray for her.
She should have been talking to Brandy about that because those were her friends. She drove the Jeep, and it's her fault. Oh well.
I tried hard for Ebony.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Johnson versus Blocker Thomas. Step forward, please.
35-year-old administrator Gina Johnson is suing 30-year-old nurse Crystal Blocker Thomas for the cost of a wedding veil.
Miss Johnson, were you and the defendant friends before you loaned her your veil? Your
Yes,
wedding veil?
acquaintances for about 8 years.
Acquaintances, but not good friends.
No.
It's your complaint that you loaned her your wedding veil. She was getting married, and when she finally got around to returning it after many requests, it was ruined, and you want the value of it.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'd like you to tell me when you agreed to loan her your veil.
We played basketball together in a women's basketball league, and our league had just ended. It was about March. And probably around the mid of March, we went to a restaurant and discussed that she was getting married sometime in July and how expensive it was to get married. And I explained to her that I knew a lot of ways to cut costs, and I had some items that she could borrow. And I had not heard from Crystal after we had that lunch until the morning of her wedding, and that was sometime in July. She called me at 6:45 a.m., spoke to my husband. She called back about 9:15 that morning. And I explained to her, you know,
What did she say to you when you spoke to her at 9 o'clock in the morning?
She says, "Hi, Gina, this is Crystal. I'm calling you because I would like to borrow your wedding veil." You remember when we had the conversation about borrowing the veil? And I said, "Yes, I do." I said, "When you get married?" She says, "Today." And I said,
So you were not really close friends because you weren't going to the wedding.
Right, correct.
So you're just acquaintances.
Right.
So go ahead.
And so when I talked to her on the phone, I said, "Well, Crystal, I have plans today. You know, you're getting married today. What time?" And I believe she said about 4 o'clock. And I'm a woman of my word. I said that she could borrow it. I was going to let her borrow it. I didn't want to leave her out. And so about that time, I told her, "Okay, I've got plans. You need to meet me closer to my home." She agreed to meet me I guess it was about noon. And I met her, gave her my veil in its original plastic bag on a hanger hanging in mint condition. And she got out of the car and across the street and gave her my veil. I said, "Congratulations. Get this back to me as soon as you can." She says, "No problem. Thank you."
Okay, so you had your wedding?
Yes.
Now you say she gave you the veil.
Yes.
Well, let me hear, because the wedding, it's clear that the veil must have come back in terrible condition, which you'll show me in a minute. Tell me about your recollection of the conversation that took place in July when you got married.
Okay, we were at Ken Ride's, and as she stated, we were talking about the wedding. Gina just openly said, Crystal, if you need anything, I have so many things that I'm not going to use again. They're not, you know, they're going to be totally obsolete, so if you need anything, just call me, and I'll be more than willing to give you whatever I have. She said, because I know I'm not going to use it again. So I said, okay, well, I don't believe I need too much because I'm pretty much finished.
You called her the day of your wedding?
Yes.
And you told her you didn't have a wedding veil. Had you forgotten to get a wedding veil?
No. Well, I guess I did forget because I wasn't going to wear a piece. I wasn't going to wear a headpiece.
And then you decided to wear a headpiece.
Right.
So you called her first thing in the morning.
No, I called her about because I went to go get my hair done first thing in the morning. And the way she did my hair, I realized a veil would probably look better.
So you called her and asked her for hers?
I asked her, did she have one? Because we never discussed that I would use her veil. I asked her, did she have one? And she said, as a matter of fact, I do.
When she gave you the veil, she gave it to you on a hanger?
She gave it to me on a hanger with 2 safety pins in it.
And it was covered with plastic?
A trash bag, not a bridal bag.
It was covered with plastic?
Yes.
And it was in perfect enough condition for you to use that day. I assume you used it. I assume you used it that day.
I didn't use the entire veil. I altered it.
What do you mean you altered it?
Because we let her know, because I was with my friend Tamara that dropped me off, that was doing the driving, rather. And she let me know, Tamara let her know, this will
Where's
not
Tamara?
work. This is Tamara right here.
Step up. Did you ever tell the plaintiff that you were going to change, alter, cut, modify the veil?
Yes, ma'am, we did mention that day because when we...
No, I want you to tell me what you said, because she said she didn't say anything.
Well, when I looked at the veil, I said the headpiece would have to come off because of how Crystal's hair was done that day, because it's a headband type headpiece. It would not go over her hair.
And when did you tell that to the plaintiff?
Right when we got out the car, because we were both out of the car, and actually...
Did she tell you that?
No, Your Honor. The first time I saw her, she was behind the wheel. I had never spoke to her.
Did they ever tell you that they were going to do anything to alter your headpiece?
No, Your Honor.
Of course not. Let me see how they returned it, please.
Your Honor, and I also have my friend Teresa Cackley, who is here as a witness, who heard the original conversations.
I don't care what the original conversation was. Nobody gives a stranger their wedding veil. Now, when it was returned to you, I read your complaint, and you said that this is just a piece of... Where's the whole piece?
She still has it, Your Honor, and that's a headpiece.
This is the actual headpiece.
When it was returned to you, it was returned to you in a garbage bag full of other things?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
I didn't return it to her. My husband brought it to the gym because she was talking badly about me to her.
Well, she wanted her wedding veil back. Why
Okay.
didn't you give it back to her?
She let me have it. Why would I give it back if she let me have it?
Listen, is that also a piece from her wedding veil?
No, this is how we auctioned it. This is the actual necklace that went on the veil. As you can see, we just...
Just a minute. Was that originally on the veil when she gave it to you?
No.
That?
No.
That was your piece?
Yes.
Now, this has nothing to do with money. So I want you just to answer my question. Do you have all the pieces now that you had from your veil?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
What is missing?
As you can see, someone picked the pearls off the back of it. You can see where some of them were glued here, and they've been removed off the veil.
So there's no way that, I mean, you're going to get your money. There's no way you're not going to get your money, whatever the cost of the veil was, because Miss Thomas is not operating with a full deck. I never heard of any young woman who thought that she borrowed either a wedding dress from an acquaintance, not a friend, not a best friend, not somebody who was invited to the wedding, from an acquaintance, borrowed a wedding veil, borrowed shoes, borrowed a bag, and then said, oh, it's mine. I can now treat it like garbage. You're absolutely outrageous, and your husband is a bigger slob by returning it in that garbage bag to her with some old dead flowers in it. Was there wedding cake in there, too?
Your Honor, that is her bouquet that she returned and did not know it was in the bag. And that's the only way I could get her to return my calls, that she wanted her bouquet back.
Really? Why did you want your bouquet back? No. Just answer my, don't think about it. Just tell me, why did you want your bouquet back?
Because it's my bouquet. And
oh! So it's your bouquet.
Right.
And you want it back. Sue for it. Sue for it. I want you to listen to me very carefully. You're going to be unsuccessful.
Okay.
You want to know why? Because your husband gave it to her.
Well, she gave me her veil.
No, she didn't.
She never
No,
said
she,
it was
no, she
alone.
didn't. You just told me your husband gave her this entire bag. I am finding that she loaned you the veil, which you destroyed. But it's so interesting to me, Miss Thomas, that you say, well, it's my bouquet from my wedding. I want it back. And you can't understand why really a stranger who was being nice to you gave you her wedding veil, which is expensive, which was lovely, and you think, she gave it to me, and I don't have to give it back to her. So, you want those flowers? I suggest you file a lawsuit. I hope it doesn't come before me, because if it comes before me, you're not going to get it back because your husband gave it to her. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount requested. The veil is worth at least $220. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. You may